There is a big scene in episode 3 with a whale. But what was it like to muck around in a 50-foot whale carcass?
First of all, to climb inside the whale, it's like a 2-foot by 3.5-foot opening, especially with the boat stuffed halfway in it. And then they've sprayed it down with blood. So it's leaking. You're going through carcass and veins and tentacles that are bloody and wet. After you already got bloody, now you're crawling in through a wet, cold, bloody, thing. And then once you get inside, it's organs are moving. It's spurting out blood everywhere. The blood that's dried, you probably are going to stick to it like glue. Your blood and that blood, when they touch together, they bond and stick. And it was 120 degrees inside the whale. It wasn't fun.
Sounds like why you got into Hollywood there.
It was funky.
Exactly.
It was all kinds of new funky.
Yeah. But it was still cool in the weirdest way. It was cool, and we were in there cracking jokes. And there's sometimes there were a few scenes where you're waiting to roll, and you're hearing people outside having these conversations, and you're like, did they forget we're in here? But it's how often do you get to play inside of a whale? I mean, it was great.
Daddy's home. I know we've been through some shit together. But this is a fucking mess.
It's pretty fair. The Butcher has a grudge against Homelander for everything we know about what's gone on. But he really does hate all soups. Will we ever really, why is that? And will we ever really find out, how it's spread across all of them?
Obviously, as it was established in season 1, Billy Butcher's vendetta against soups was primarily related to the fact that one of them, as far as he is aware, raped, abducted, and possibly murdered his wife. Now we find out at the end of season 1 that that's not entirely the case. Becca Butcher is alive, and that is a complete game changer for Billy Butcher. For the last 7 years of his life, he's been in this monastic groove out there, seeking revenge, seeking justice, more revenge than justice. And the fact that she's alive, it changes everything. Now for season 2, Butcher's goal is to get his wife back, to reunite with her. And, unfortunately, he is, as are the rest of the boys, on the back foot in a big way. They're wanted criminals. And Butcher is in a very desperate, vulnerable place, and he needs the help of the boys in order to move forward. And, but unfortunately, the end of season 1, he left the boys holding the bag, and he's not in good favor with them. So he has to work very hard to heal those fractures before they can move forward.
Laz, you have some of the best t-shirts on the show. I mean, you and Huey, it depends what you're into. Have you ever taken one home?
Season 1 I did, because there were shirts that didn't get cleared, and they didn't have anything, that they couldn't do anything with them. So they let me take them home, and I cherish those shirts. But, what I love about the shirt appreciation is that in season 2, you're going to be able to make the connection between the bands that I wear and the storyline, what's going on. So the shirts kind of tell a visual story in and of themselves, the wardrobe, as to what we're dealing with in that season.
We're the most wanted lads in the country.
So what's your big plan?
You'll love it.
I won't love it. I never love it. Never fucking love it.
Noted.